Thank you, Ms. Brittany Van Kirk, for that great introduction. Now, I am Ariel Vickers, and I will be discussing how the high tuition rate is affecting each of us individually, and how it's a need that we really need to focus on and should worry many people. My first point is to discuss how it's affecting everyone. It affects people in different ways. Tyler Kincaid of the Huffington Post reports that tuition has gone up 42% since the 2000-2001 school year to the 2010-2011 school year. And that amount is double what it was in the 1980-81 school year. Now that is multiple generations that have all been affected by rising tuition costs at an alarming rate. My second point would be that it affects everyone. It's affecting the person trying to put themselves through school. It's affecting the parents trying to put their children through school who may or may not have been able to save a college fund. It's also affecting the single parents who are trying to put themselves through school to give their family a better future, and the single parents that are trying to put their child through school going on just one income. Finally, it's affecting the people that never made it to college simply because they could not afford the high cost. My second point to discuss is debt. The steps currently to receiving a college degree is to apply to multiple colleges, possibly get accepted to your top choice, but having to turn them down because you cannot afford the lofty cost. Second, then you get your degree, and then you graduate, and you move on into the workforce as quickly as possible to pay off your debt, possibly taking another 20 years to pay off the amount you have tried to take. Now, Allie Birdwell from the U.S. News reports from the report of the Institute for College Access and Success that 69% of 2013 grads had an average school loan of $28,400. That's their debt after they graduated, and that's a huge amount that really stunts someone's after college experience in life. Now, this cost can also range from $2,500 up to $71,000. Now, to really show this, I have a chart that comes from MotherJones.com. It's from an article by Maggie Severns, and it's about the student loan debt crisis. As you can see, this is a model showing 10 years of student debt from 2003 to 2013, and it's at a very steady incline. And as you can see, in 2013, the amount was well over $750 billion. Now that's crushing us as a country. So the next step would be trying to start a new path and create a better opportunity for our future generations. A USA Today article by Kelly Holland shows how debt is really affecting our people after they graduate. They're not taking the life steps that most people would expect and what's needed to really help the country continue on in the way it goes. Grads are not getting married after they graduate. They're not having children, they're not buying homes, and they're not getting into entrepreneurship or starting their own businesses. Now, we must change this for future generations if we want our country to be able to last in a positive way, in the way that it has for generations before this. Now, next we will have Mr. David Wood, who will be explaining to you different ways to make college much more affordable. Thank you so much. My name is Ariel Vickers.